All right, so Tulsi reveals underground cities for Clovis that breakaway civilization will survive in nuclear holocaust. We already know about the DUMBs, which are deep underground.
Our nation's capital. Eagerly continue to escalate tensions.
Bases, I believe.
Eagerly wage new Cold Wars. Understanding that if there's a nuclear attack, yes, they will be okay in their bunkers where they literally have plans to be able to continue to wage wars from their bunkers without any consideration for the rest of us.
You need to defend your civilization against the onslaught of this cancer of progressivism, liberalism, and globalist brainwashing. This is a life or death situation. No messing around. The prescription is 2 doses of InfoWars taken daily.
Okay.
Really nasty.
Continue to escalate tensions. Eagerly wage new Cold Wars. Understanding that if there's a nuclear attack, yes, they will be okay in their bunkers where they literally have plans to be able to continue to wage wars from their bunkers without any consideration for the rest of us. And the destruction and incineration.
We can stop right there. And of course, this is the plot of Dr. Strangelove, right? There's this catastrophe looming on the horizon, and those in power are busy determining whether it's better for them to let the catastrophe happen and to simply wait out the nuclear fallout for the next 100 years in underground bases with only the most fertile of women to keep them company, right? Doesn't sound like that bad of a deal. You really get right down to it. Or do they actually try to stop the disaster? And while obviously it's a comedy movie, it's actually a very real consideration. And these underground bunkers, they really shouldn't be called bunkers. You think of a bunker, you think of something in someone's backyard with
This makes you think of a video I saw. What's this called? I think it's called Springfield Underground. So I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the Springfield Underground, but it's like deep underground storage facilities in the heart of the country. Springfield Underground has been solving customer problems for over 50 years. Springfield Underground contains 3.2 million square feet of leasable space, free from exposure to outdoor elements. And this guy on TikTok, this trucker, the reason I bring up this Springfield Underground is this trucker went kind of viral, talking about the Springfield Underground. And he was delivering, it was actually a Kraft cheese delivery that he was taking to this deep underground. Yeah, I guess this wouldn't be deep, but this is an underground storage facility, safe storage, away from the elements. It's almost like they know something's coming that we don't, and to get underground away from things, or to get supplies underground. What's that dude's name? I guess I should search by. I know this guy posted it. This guy posts a lot of misinfo. I don't like using that word, but he's definitely a suspect on some of his posts. But he does post some of the stuff that is relevant. And see, this is some alien stuff. I didn't know this guy posted that much. All right. Come on. Show me the money. I don't know that I've seen this video yet. World Trade Center 7. Looks like a new camera angle that I've never seen. Obviously, it's not working. Right? Right? Of course it's not. Let me see if I can find this guy just by searching. I'm going to search Springfield. See if it comes up. Write in the chat if you guys know what to search for this video. I'm joking. There's nobody in the chat. Ain't nobody in the darn chat. You crazy? All right, so this is the entrance here. This isn't the video I saw, but let's get an idea of what's going on here. Come on. Play the fucking video. Here it is. This is the guy. Oh, my Lord. Isn't this amazing? Isn't this fantastic?
Just a quick update. It's Saturday, I believe, and here's the truck I've been driving for the last few days for Wilson Logistics. This trailer just was assigned to us from Kraft over at the Kraft Foods plant, and we're delivering it here to what's called the Springfield Underground. And that is, as you can see behind me, this giant cave that's big enough to house hundreds of these trucks and trailers. There's a train track running through here. Just to give you an idea, back here, there's a regular sized truck. See how tall that is up there? It's just incredible. Anyway, having a great time, learning lots. Talk to you soon.
Learning lots. And this guy was like, well, everyone thinks it was a government conspiracy. Nothing to see here. Just keep delivering trucks and shut the fuck up, dude. You don't know what's going on. And you wouldn't be told if you did know. So just keep delivering them, man. Fucking unreal. Nothing's happening. Everything's exactly as it's always been. Absolutely nothing awry here. Putin suspends new START nuclear treaty. Puts missiles into combat readiness. There's also this video of the USS Nitsky. Equipped with had 500 soldiers and was equipped with a HARP system. Anchored in Bosphorus, Istanbul on February 4th, just a couple days before the earthquake. Pretty.
Warship USS Nitsky, DDG-94, came to Bosphorus, Istanbul, and finally anchored in Dolmabahce. The unusual arrival of USS Nitsky warship to Turkey was suspected before the start of the devastating earthquake that hit the Middle East. On the same day, Turkish Interior Minister Süleyman Soylu told the American ambassador to Ankara, "Get your dirty feet off Turkey. We know what you are up to," Soylu said. The RP device made it suspect. Ship travel usually only occurs in countries that are being colonized or threaten to be colonized. At the same time, Turkish media wrote that the crew of USS Nitsi arrived in Turkey to learn about local culture. It was stated that the ship, accompanied by Coast Guard, including 500 US troops, will be transferred to Gölcük. Here, peoples are protesting that the arrival of the US warship is tainting their homeland. "Get out of our country," they shouted. The US and NATO of using tectonic weapons.
So, if you know, you know. I'm not going to say any more than that. Don't want this stream to get in trouble for wrong think. So, if you know, you know. But that's suspect. Marjorie Taylor Greene is a joke. Another femme joke. We need a national divorce. We need to separate by red states and blue states to strengthen the federal government. Everyone I talk to says this. From the sick, disgusting woke culture issues shoved down our throats to Democrat traitors, American last brothers. We are done. Shut the fuck up, bitch. You don't speak for me. No one of these stands for is going to make decisions for me, man. You can consider that sexist, but they'd say the same thing about me. So this rhetoric, Spencer Cox says, this rhetoric is destructive and wrong and honestly evil. We don't need a divorce. We need marriage counseling. We need elected leaders that don't profit by tearing us apart. We can disagree without hate. Healthy conflict was critical to our nation's founding and survival. I mean, that's just kind of a little corny politician statement. We need marriage counseling. Stop making analogies to marriage. This is a nation state. It's not a fucking marriage, guys. What the hell's going on here? Why are we talking about marriage marriage counseling? We need a divorce. How about we stop making analogies to bullshit? We can disagree without hate. Healthy conflict was Christian. I mean, we don't even have there's no justice in this country. This country is, I mean, I'm kind of with Majorie in the fact this country's toast. Divorce isn't going to do anything, but this country is toast as far as things go. And I don't think pretending that we can talk it out and be less hateful is a actionable solution either. It's as dumb as a national divorce. But he's probably some femboy. Let's look at this little guy. Governor, 18th governor of Utah, so he's a fucking twink. Anybody out west who's a little governor. Happy and Mormon. I just want to, can we just be friends and just pass a couple of the Democrats' BS legislation? Shut up, double chin. Can't we just not be hateful? Shut the fuck up and go for a run. Shit. Well, lift some weights, brother. Utah. Did you know that the sculptor was it? Spencer Cox. That's who's leading us. Him and Major E. Major E. So the Tucker got 44 hours of 40,000 hours of J6 tapes. Basically, it's got video. What's come out in the past like 24 hours is there's been video of guys getting shoved into the Capitol. Let's see if I can find it. Guys getting shoved into the Capitol. Nothing to see here. Just a guy wearing an earpiece, physically forcing people inside the Capitol on J6 and calling a woman out on it. And a woman calling him out on it, sorry. I'm sure he wasn't a federal agent of any kind. This is why we don't want to, this is why they don't want any more video footage released. Come on now. Fucking show me the goddamn video. Don't you love computers? Don't you just love it? Sit back. Let's see if that helps. Come on, man. Xi and Putin saw a video this morning of them making crepes together. Tight brothers. China gonna help Russia with military weaponry assistance in the war. Another 6.4 magnitude earthquake hits Turkey and Syria. 8 dead, hundreds injured. Huh. I wonder what caused that. What's been causing all that? I wonder if it was the USS Nimitz, or whatever the hell it's called, that docked in Bosphorus with the HARP weapon a couple days ago. Not allowed to say that, but just saw the video and we kind of know what the deal is. We can see it with our own eyes, guys. All right, so that's. Come on. Oh. All right. So I did this thing on the make the death penalty great again thing. I wasn't really a fan of making of Trump's move to make hangings and public executions a thing again, broadcasting executions on television for the second term. But, and I'm not a fan of that, but this Atlanta Schmiedophile ring that was brought down is pretty sick and disgusting. January Town Hall reported on the indictment of two adoptive dads from Georgia named William Dale Zulock Jr. and Zachary Jacoby Zulock. The couple allegedly performed oral sex on both boys, forced the children to perform oral sex on them, and anally raped their sons. Anally raped their sons. Town Hall reported that not only did the married men allegedly grape the two boys who were adopted through a Christian special needs adoption agency, of course, they were pimping out their children to nearby schmetophiles in the Atlanta area suburbs. If convicted, the Zulocks each face over 9 life sentences for their crimes. Even if the prosecution proves its case beyond a reasonable doubt, this means the couple would spend the rest of their days in prison, eating 3 square meals and receiving medical care at taxpayer expense. Yeah, I mean that's about as sick and disgusting as you can get, and it's hard to say that seeing those people get hung wouldn't be kind of a joy, because I think they deserve something really, truly disgusting for what they did. But public hangings, I don't know if that's the way. Just don't know. I'm all for getting things under control with, I mean, we already have a out of control, justice system where there is no justice. So pretending that getting hangings or public broadcast executions is going to end up in people like this Atlanta schmetophile ring getting the hangings. It's not going to be that. It'll probably be people who get hung will probably be like J6, wrong thinkers and people who were forced in the Capitol by these cops in this video that I couldn't get to play, of course. But go to DC Drano, at DC Drano. Hopefully your computer isn't as fucking piece of shit as mine. God damn it. I should throw this fucking thing. But anyways, yeah, my fucking thing's a piece of shit, and can't show you guys because either the processing speed or something. But we are in the quickening. As I've said before, we are in the quickening. I don't want to act like it's doomsday, because nothing's probably going to happen except for like more fear porn and more being told about nukes and stuff like that. But whether anything actually gets hot and goes down, that'll never happen. Maybe there'll be like a fake nuke false flag or something. But my guess is there'll be nothing that happens. If you're young and you think that things are heating up, or I know I've said the quickening's happening, but there is a quickening happening to some degree. I think there is a lot of power struggle within, the top echelon of nation states that are fighting for control of, the one world government, the levers of the one world government, which are, UN, NATO, IMF, BIS, all that type of thing. So having, we have turf wars going on between, the top gangs, which are the leaders of these large nation states, powerful nation states. But as far as the average citizen, I'm only mean the quickening's happening as there's a systematic, controlled demolition of the economy, your wealth, your ability to be sovereign, your human rights, your your rights to property, everything that is can be taken is in the process of being taken from you. And I mean, I would say that there's something you can do about it. I think the like the reaction in the right wing community is to like, oh, just get as rich and insulated as possible as you can from it, and hopefully you can avoid it. And I mean, I guess that's the best strategy, even though your money could just get taken away at any time. So building wealth seems like a dumb. I mean, it's smart, obviously, to build wealth, but when the everything's politicized, including the money supply, then your wealth is only as good as your standing with the state as far as your right think, wrong think determination. So if you're social credit and you practice wrong thinking, the the powers that be decide that they don't like how you think, then bye bye money, bye bye wealth. So I mean, to some degree, I think that building as much wealth as possible and insulating yourself from the rest of society is a path, but you'll never win that way. Number one, you'll be atomized and alone. It just makes it easier to conquer, even if you do have fucking 1,000 guns in your little cave hole. Send a couple troops in there, down you quick, and that's it. That's they want the right wingers to do is just get rich for yourself. Fuck everybody else, including anybody who you could have joined up with, and maybe resisted with that being other right wing, not right. There's plenty of left wing people who know that this is pure tyranny, but a lot of right wing folks I think have a better idea for what's on the palette, what's on the agenda next. But as far as what to do about it, a vision for winning, obviously the right never has a good vision for winning. Not very creative bunch. So it's just get angry, seize as much wealth as possible. Usually that means fucking over other right wing people that cause a lot of dissension, breaking apart of that what was kind of a unified group, and make them just fight it out for a couple of the last shekels at the end of the line. A couple of them will make it, get their shekels. They'll get taken out later on. The rest of the poor's right wings, put them on UBI and, send them after the right wingers that took all the money and insulated themselves from everything else. And then you just sick the right wingers on the other right wingers, and boom, you got yourself a nice little W. So that's how it'll be done. Sucks to say that, but It's just the way it is. What made me think of it was this tweet by Masculine Millennial, who's solid. I like Masculine Millennial. Don't know what that's a picture of. All right. Just AI will allow them to get away with doing/saying anything. All those videos we have of WD, World Economic Forum type people talking about the need for depopulation and making you live in a pod will be fact checked as deep fakes. And that's correct. All those videos you have, Biden, I told the dude in Ukraine, you want that $1 billion? I think it was the president. Told the then president of Ukraine, you want the $1 billion? You get rid of that indictment against Archer or whatever, Devin Archer or whatever it was, and that'll be ruled as a fake. Bill Gates saying that we need to, reduce carbon and the population by, it'd be great if we could reduce the population by 10% or whatever he said through vaccination, contraception, and whatever he said in his little TED talk. That'll be ruled as a deep fake. And then, so anyways, Bowtie Gray responds, says, you're right. That's a problem that isn't going away. How do you solve for X? X being what you should do to help yourself and your loved ones. When all media from leaders, one, may or may not be real, or two, may be called real one moment, then called false if unpopular. I think it's simple to know the real plans. Insulating yourself from the inevitable and setting up for once-in-a-lifetime wealth-building opportunities is about all you can do. See it. But I Gray just wants to be liked. I was led to believe plans were involved birthday cake. Believe plans involve birthday cake, fruit punch, and pony rides for all. Dude, he's not gonna fucking blow you. I think it's simple to know the real plans. I think it is, Masculine. He's a smart dude. I'm not gonna say he's not, but I don't think this approach is very. It may be successful for a short period of time, but eventually, if tyranny rules, then this can't be maintained because your sovereignty will be eroded and your wealth will be seized. So I don't know why it's like right wingers are just Mensheviks, man. I don't know how to explain it other than they're just like dumb, like don't even like, oh, you just build wealth. But this, I know we're under tyranny and they own all the institutions and the money printer and all that. And, they're going to get first hands on all the money and decide where it goes and what corrupt hands it's going to go to first. But yeah, you should spend your time trying to get that same wealth the real way while they print it the fake way. And then you should try to build up as much as you can the real way. And then once you build it all up, you can insulate yourself by bugging out to off-grid property, which will feel good at the moment. It may, it will insulate you to some degree, but at some point you're going to be declared the enemy for being somebody who lives off-grid and off the land. And if you have substantial wealth to, fund that off-grid lifestyle, then the tyranny that rules will seize that that wealth. And so building the wealth seems like a not redundant, but a practice in blanking on the word I want. But essentially, it's futile if the money's politicized, the courts are politicized, the legislature is politicized, the executive's politicized to the degree, corruption's to the degree, then that wealth isn't safe, man. I don't know how to say it, but the wealth just isn't safe. And I think that's the biggest blind spot for so-called conservatives. But that's what we got for now. Air raid sirens. Biden gave another $400 million to Ukraine yesterday on President's Day. No surprise there. Still not giving anything to Ohio, though. President Trump, I believe, is planning to head to Ohio here this week. Not that he does anything anyway. He's going to give a speech and collect some money and be on his way as well. Maybe push some more shots for you guys. That's all he's going to do. So, help yourself, guys. Don't rely on any of these folks. Don't think that anything good's coming down. The one bone I had to pick with Jones is he's always saying, "We're winning. We're winning." They're shaking in their boots. They're shivering. They don't know what to think. But we're definitely not winning. They're doing whatever they want, whenever they want to do it. And that's life. These small little things. Kavanaugh accuser admits to lying, faces criminal charges. And then everyone's going to be like, yeah, that's justice. We're winning. We got this Kavanaugh liar. It's not winning. It's not. Damn. The SEC charges Mormon Church for concealing $32 billion portfolio. So like I said, this is the perfect news to get here. Old masculine millennial talking about building wealth to escape the inevitable tyranny so that you can insulate yourself. Well, here's a group that's a lot further along than the old right-wing crew, the Mormons. And they've built wealth, plenty of wealth. Utah's wealthy because of, the Mormon Church. Them all going there. And here you have, them. Church of Latter-day Saints agreed to pay $4 million penalty for failing to file for disclose the church equity investments in shell companies that concealed the church's portfolio. This. So Ensign Peak and church officials say they haven't violated any tax laws and that the fund was a rainy day account to be used in economic terms. Yeah, they didn't violate any tax laws until the tyrannical SEC, the politicized tyrannical SEC came around and said, Let's get some money, guys. Let's shake him down a little bit. Let's get our fucking cut. And so that's what they do. And so that wealth building shit doesn't mean shit, brothers and sisters. If it's not fucking real money, if it's political money, if it's not stable, I think if it's not fucking gold, dude, not even gold. You need a stable currency, a non-political stable currency that people just can't shut your shit off whenever, the next tyrannical, lefty or, commie or whoever gets in there and decides they want to take everything from you because you're a Mormon or you're a Christian or you're just a white dude who, saves his money and has a nice nest egg that can be seized. Doesn't matter who you are. I mean, it does matter who you are to them. If you're pale colored and if you, aren't a criminal, then it's hard to insulate yourself because you're a target. You're the enemy. You're the domestic terrorist. So that's what it is. I'll be back later, guys. Yep. Done for now. Hope you enjoyed. Trying to expose you guys to just some clips, some happenings. Doing my best, guys. I know not great, but hey, somebody should be telling motherfuckers. It seems like everyone's just trying to get along and insulate themselves and stay quiet and get out of the way. And I'm trying to stay out of the way. Trust me. I'm staying out the way, But when it comes to, I don't know. I feel like people should know what's going on. But maybe none of it matters. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if any of it matters, or if none of it matters and nothing's gonna happen, and just fucking get ready and start eating the roaches and the babies now. Let me know what you guys think. I think it's worth fighting, worth knowing what's coming down the hatch from these old second-handers and evil tyrants. Worth knowing, guys. Worth listening. That's all I'm trying to do. So I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in a little bit.